For me, taking videos is a way of enhancing my enjoyment of the world. Editing them, not so much, but I'm going to find a way of being able to take and put together videos so that I enjoy it. Gold Coast train. That'd be fun to jump onto. Good morning. How are you? I think the way to recapture the joy of filming is to just use it as a reflective journal. Just film what I'm doing each day. And what I see, and spend as little time as possible on editing and thinking about the whole publishing process. After 4 hours of sleep, this is where I really need to be on point and take on the advice of that Moto Jitsu guy. First of all, making sure that I'm following in the driver's side wheel tracks of the car in front, making sure that the cars behind me are doing a decent distance. There's no one behind me at the moment. I've got to watch my braking, especially my front wheel brake, do it nice and smooth. Make sure that I brake before I start changing down gears so that the cars behind me can actually see that I'm slowing down rather than just have me come up in their face all of a sudden. So here we go, brake on, changing down slowly, careful pressure on the front brake, checking my mirrors to make sure no one's coming up behind me looking on their phone. This guy looks all right. And pulling up in this position so I have an escape route out that way if someone comes flying up behind me. And last of all, making sure I'm in first gear so if someone does come flying up behind me, I don't have to change into gear. Some people go on about wearing out your clutch, but like that Moto Jitsu guy says, what matters more, wearing out your clutch or getting squished between cars? Brake on first, then changing down. Smooth front brake. Like the Moto Jitsu guy says, I'm staying in first gear. If someone comes flying up behind me, see that car there? Let's see if it slows down. If it comes up too fast, I'm shooting straight across that way. No, it's slowing down. I think that if I verbalize these things to myself as I'm learning them, that it'll encode better in my brain. Although with 4 hours sleep, I'm probably going to encode very little today. Have to make sure that I don't get grumpy with the kids. I don't usually. I just give them a pre-warning. I say, be nice to me. Brakes first, changing down. Smooth front brake. Another thing that I've started doing, I used to ride directly behind cars like this, but I don't anymore. I actually ride in the position of the driver of the car in front or behind their wheel. And what I also do is I watch the front wheel of that car because that pre-predicts what that car is going to do. This is a terrible place right here for people coming over and cutting you off. If I'm riding in the driver's position, that car coming across, I can see it out of my peripheral vision. Nothing's going to come across at me from this way. Well, hope not anyhow, not through those trees. At least that's my logic. One thing I've been practicing when no one else is around is actually riding up these things So I'm used to riding up them. So if a car comes up behind me, flying up behind me, I'm not going to hesitate to ride straight up onto that median strip there and be used to doing it. It's all practice. In my positioning again here, I could just shoot straight down over behind that white car down there if someone came flying up behind me. I can't believe that I've ridden for so long without thinking about stuff like that. Okay, brake, change down, down. And position. Please let me know if you think I'm getting anything wrong. All about being safe after 4 hours of sleep. As safe as I possibly can be. Because apparently lack of sleep is just like driving drunk. Should probably have stayed home today, but you know what it's like being a teacher. It's more work staying home than it is going to work. And I don't need more work. I can actually feel my reaction times being a bit slower, and I think it's really important to recognize and accept that and not be sort of like gung-ho about it and think, oh no, I'm all right. My riding is probably a bit more like that learner in front than an experienced rider. Although I admit, I'm a crap rider. That's why I'm trying to get better. This is Sunnybank. Preferred living place of many Chinese Australians. And here's another thing I do to help keep myself safe. I just cover my bag with that because my bag's black. There's a whole other reason why I've decided to change the nature of the YouTube channel and back away from the whole YouTuber thing. Let me read what I've written on Threads about it. After honest reflection, I've admitted to myself that this video was also about accepting the reality that I can't do everything no matter how hard I work. I work in a profession that burns people out, teaching. And I'd set myself the goal of using YouTube to save the world for my daughters and my students. I've been working from when I wake in the morning to when I crash into bed at night. I've admitted to myself that I need to collaborate. I can't keep doing 2 high-pressure jobs all at the same time. Not that YouTubing was ever a job. Hello! And it's time to get a blood test for hepatitis B antibodies to see whether I need to get vaccinated for that again. I just had a chat with that old guy. Unfortunately, he's got cancer and he wanted to chat about the motorbike because he misses riding and he can't ride at the moment, which is sad. Lovely guy though. They'd given him 2 months to live. So hope the best for him. He was talking about his Norton, he owns a Norton, and reminiscing about riding down the Gold Coast with his friends. The easiest way to tell a primary school teacher's shoes is by checking for coloured clay on the soles.
alcohol, I kind of get it. I saw my parents drunk when they were 9 and decided that I would never look like them. And then I watched them gradually deteriorate and die from this stuff. But I kind of understand the concept of getting drunk, perhaps to escape or something like that. That I get. There's some things I don't get. Something I don't understand is this stuff here. This doesn't even get people drunk. It just makes them sick. So there's no positives, just negatives. Yet it seems to be spreading and spreading and spreading. I mean, I kind of get this stuff. When people don't sleep properly, don't have good sleep hygiene, perhaps they feel better when they have this. So there's kind of a purpose behind this. Perhaps sleeping is better. But that, I don't get. Good morning, you. How are you? No, you're not coming in. What'd you get? Yes. You've made a mess, as usual. Hello, Alpha. Applesauce. No, Elf will attack you. What you doing, little chicken? The chicken, are you? Call you the chicken, but you're not the chicken anymore because we've got a real chicken. Yes. Yes. Okay. Get yourself some sunlight. What's it doing? You're a good girl. You're not being vicious. Yes, you're a good girl. There's a reforestation spot. Hey, ponies. And here's the Calisthenics Park. Better not park on the pony water. In Australia, motorbikes are allowed to ride in the transit lane, but cars with only one driver are not. This is a transit lane, so you can see that car in front. Yeah, it's only got one driver. It looks like, yep.
So that car, unless it's turning into Sunnybank there, is actually not lawfully in this lane. Riding a motorcycle is a high-risk activity, and I accept that. Other high-risk activities are drinking alcohol regularly, soft drink regularly, energy drinks, and especially being sedentary. All high-risk activities, and I think it's important to accept that. That said, next is a video, the first video I ever took for the Flying Beard Man YouTube channel, the morning after I created it. After a established YouTuber said to me, "Why don't you create a YouTube channel?" Morning. How's it going?